Welcome back, Scent Squad. Emerald C here with a fragrance review for you for House of Sillage, our Whispers of Admiration fragrance, which was ordered online through their website. This is a fragrance that I was kind of hesitant about purchasing before because of the higher price point, and I didn't have anything from their house, and this was a blind buy. So there was no discovery kit that I bought. So I'm like, okay, this is huge to see if I want to buy a $360 fragrance. Then it went on sale, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is my sign that I absolutely need her. And you'll notice that the bottle is shaped just like a cupcake. Absolutely beautiful. It says House of Sillage right on the front, and it's adorned with a bunch of different crystals and beautiful flower designs. So we're going to take off the lid, which is a little bit tough, especially since I have nails. I always struggle with this. And when you open it up, you'll see that there's engravement here that says House of Sillage and the name of the fragrance, Whispers of Admiration. Now, these lids, they do hold a bit of weight here, but I love it. It's absolutely a beautiful addition to my fragrance collection. Now, this fragrance, we're actually going to give her a little spray. It is more of a floral, like a white floral scent, but it's also like slightly sweet as well. And it's one of those fragrances that it is a huge compliment getter. I've gotten lots of compliments on her, but no one ever gets what she actually is. Like when I first got a compliment on her, they said, "Ooh, that smells really good. Is that La Vie Est Belle by Lancome?" And I'm like, it actually isn't. This is House of Sillage, Whispers of Admiration, and she was floored. And this is coming from my sister-in-law, who actually works at the fragrance counter, so she knows her fragrances. I've also been questioned to see if this is a black opium fragrance, which I can kind of get because it does feel like it has a little bit of black opium DNA. It's just something that's like slightly warm in here that hooks you in. It feels like it could be black opium by YSL, but it's not. Now, this is more of a feminine fragrance that leans more towards the ladies. As far as the age range, this is another one that kind of feels like it is slightly older. It doesn't feel like a youthful, like sweet kind of fragrance. It feels like kind of like distinguished, like a distinguished woman. That's what this reminds me of. Now, it is another fragrance, and I don't have a lot of fragrances like this, which is best suited for all seasons. Like this is one you can wear in the springtime, summer, fall, winter, daytime, night. And there aren't a lot of fragrances like that because there are some fragrances where someone will spray and it's like, oh, that is way too much that you're spraying, or it's definitely a nighttime fragrance that you are spraying in the heat of the day. This isn't one of them. This can honestly go for either season, or it can go for day and night. As far as the sillage, how big is the projection when we wear her? This is one that is enormous. Without having to get all of your pulse points, you can still smell it very well, and I love that because you know I want you to smell me before you see me. The longevity of the fragrance, it also lasts very long, so it is well worth the price point because of course if you're paying $360, or in my case, like I got it on sale when they had their sale, if you're paying any amount for a fragrance, especially at that higher end, you want her to definitely be able to shine through. You want her to do her thing, and this one most certainly is. Now, when you first smell this fragrance, when you spray her, you're going to get hit with clementine and coconut. So these are our top notes of the fragrance: clementine and coconut, that nice creamy tropical scented coconut. Now, it's not overly coconut because sometimes you'll smell coconut and you're like, no, this is too much. It is like just the right amount. Followed by the middle notes or the heart notes, which are candy apple and gardenia. Gardenia, I'm always sold on gardenia. If it has gardenia, tuberose, orange blossom, cashmerian, that's another note that I love, bourbon vanilla. These are scents that if I see it in a fragrance, and depending on how they kind of like blend it together, I'm like, I will blind buy it, just like how this was a blind buy. The base notes for this fragrance are sandalwood and musk. So it rounds off with those at the end of the fragrance. So that's what you're going to smell the longest at dry down. As far as this being a blind buy, would I suggest it being a blind buy? For me, I have no regrets. I am very pleased with my purchase. Very rarely do I do a blind buy where I'm like, oh my God, I hate this. I have a couple. This isn't one of them though. Would I suggest it to be a blind buy? It depends on your pockets. Are you willing to risk sale price or $360 or more for a fragrance to see if you may or may not like it? Totally up to you. For me, again, I have no regrets. If you have this fragrance, I want to hear from you. If you're thinking about buying this fragrance, I want to hear what kind of questions that you have regarding the fragrance. And if you haven't already, I need you to stop doing what you're doing right now. And I want you to hit that subscribe button and join the Emerald Sea Fragrance family. I want to see you back. And I want to see what other House of Sillage fragrances that you have that you may suggest to your fellow fragrance friend. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Toodaloo, Scent Squad.